Hello and welcome to Aphrodisia. I hope you're doing well today. Today we have a few piles here for you to pick from, A, B, or C. We are going to be looking at what your person's feelings are towards you or for you. So close your eyes, think of your person, and connect with your higher self and ask for some guidance. When you're ready, open your eyes and pick a pile. If you need to, pause the video. But before we get started, please help support this channel by liking and subscribing and pressing the bell icon to be alerted on new videos. And the decks that I have used will be in the description box below. For those of you who picked pile A, this is your reading. I think your person is thinking about having a family with you. I feel like for most of you, this person's already in contact with you and the both of you are about to head into a relationship, or both of you are already in a relationship. I feel like there is a small proportion of you who are not in contact, and this person's really getting ready to make contact. And once they do, I feel like this person's coming in quickly and moving the two of you into a relationship and into a commitment. I think they are planning for the future and they are moving mountains to be with you. I feel like they are planning on this grand gesture of love that they want to bring to you. And they're really tuning in to their spirituality and they're trusting their intuition a lot more. They're going within to do some work on themselves and perhaps do some inner child healing as well, as there were a lot of things that they were bearing in the past and now they are allowing these truths to come to light. They are no longer denying their feelings or their truths anymore, and they want the world to know their truth now, and they're standing in their power. The King of Wands and the King of Swords popping up in this reading, I feel like they have taken back that power and they have decided to cut off ties with people who no longer serve their highest good anymore. I feel like they're really taking the lead in their lives and they're not going to allow other people to make decisions for them anymore, and they're making their own decisions and taking the lead. And I love the fact that with the King of Wands here, we have the keyword a visionary leader, and it's very much in line with planning for the future. And the oracle that we got for this, which is planning for the future, and it's 15 and 19. It might be significant numbers for you, but yeah, it's got this really powerful, empowered kind of feeling. And it really all ties in together. I really love when everything starts tying in. Anyway, yeah. And I feel like they see this possibility of the future and they want to work for that and they want to fight for this future, and they have this vision and they want to work for this vision and they're going to work towards it. I feel like this future involves a lot of family life, happy endings, emotional fulfillment. I feel like they have an idea of this wholesomeness in their lives that they're working towards and that they envision you to be part of that. And this ties in very well with the start of family card. And I just noticed that the start of family card is number 19, which is 1 plus 9 is 10 as well. And then we have the 10 of Cups here. And I feel like this person's really closing out major cycles to be with you and to have this union with you. This is an overall amazing reading, and I pulled some more message cards from them to you, and I feel like I want to know what they want to say to you. And the first card that came out was I want to marry you. And you know, with the start of family card, with the 10 of Cups, now I want to marry you, this person is definitely coming in thinking of commitment. They were afraid of commitment in the past, I feel. With this I was afraid to be vulnerable card, and they're no longer afraid because they're hoping to have something more with you. I think they know that there is more to life than what their fears are telling them, and they want to explore this all with you. I absolutely love this reading. And with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So for those of you who picked pile B, this is your reading. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit nasal, or like I'm sounding a bit nasal right now. I've got a bit of a cold, but I should be fine to be able to carry on with this reading. But anyway, right off the bat, what I'm getting is that they are at a distance from you, and I think communication has not been really good between the two of you. They are hoping to improve this communication with you, and they're hoping to bring forth a lot more clarity into your connection, and through this communication they want to bring forth a lot of clarity as well. They are hoping that this communication will lead to something more substantial. I think they've been holding back the truth for a while, and they've been overanalyzing the truth, and they've been afraid to admit it and reveal it to the world as well as to you. And I think now they're ready to do so. This is because they have done an intense transformation, and they've gone through a lot of cycles. They've ended a lot of healing cycles, and now they have transitioned into the divine masculine or the divine feminine, and they're now ready to end these cycles of separation in order to move forward in this connection. I think they're missing you quite a lot, and they're thinking about you all the time. And I think that they are having thoughts about having a home with you, and like I do feel like they want to wait for cycles to end first before they have this new home with you as well. So because we have the 9 and the 19, but yeah, there's a new beginning coming in for the two of you. We have the Ace of Swords over here. I feel like even though the 3D communication is not quite there yet, the 5D communication is quite strong. The connection between the two of you in the 5D is very unbreakable, and there's a sense of connecting with you every other day or every other hour in the 5D. And through this connection in the 5D, you're both healing this connection, and you're both becoming more spiritually aware. You're also both working on your spiritual abilities and healing your intuition at the same time. So the more you communicate with each other in the 5D, the stronger your connection with spirit becomes. And I feel that with the Queen of Cups here, she's often someone who's very spiritual, someone who is, not just very compassionate, but just someone who is very connected with spirit. So I feel like for your person, this clarity that they've gotten from spirit and from their connection with their higher self and with spirit, they are now seeing a future for the two of you, and they are thinking that this is the time to move in together. They have put in the work. They've been working a lot on their inner stability. But more than that, they're becoming this family person, the counterpart, the person that you can have a relationship with, have a commitment with, be committed to. And I feel like they're very different from who you remember in the past. And I feel like if you also have only just met this person is different from all the relationships that you've had in the past as well. I feel like this person is very accomplished, and they are very reliable, and you can trust them with your heart is what I'm feeling. This is a really encouraging reading, and I really love the vibe of really trying and striving to be better. So I pulled some more message cards from them to you, and they want you to know that you are their king or queen, and they want you to know that you reign supreme in their lives, and that you were and are number one in their lives and in their minds. And they are working with spirit, and they're working with the universe, which is very much in line with the Queen of Cups energy here. The Queen of Cups is a very spiritually aware person. She's someone who's very in tune with spirit and her higher self, which is what I mentioned just now. And this entire reading seems to reflect the idea of connecting with spirit more and seeking direction from spirit in order to move forward in this connection. And this is what your person is doing at this point in time. So things are going to start moving in a pretty favorable direction if you are hoping that they would come in and connect with you and speak their truth and start something more with you. I feel like this is a favorable reading. It shows through this reading that they are preparing to do so. So yeah, it's really nice. That's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So for those of you who picked pile C, this is your reading. I kind of have bad news for you. I do not feel like this person is ready for any sort of commitment or relationship at this point. This is because they're still very wrapped up in their own issues, and in their own heads especially, and they're not ready for anything that includes thinking about other people or thinking for other people. Right now they're doing things out of the ego, and their attraction to you is very much in the physical and not much in the emotional at this point. So it's very lustful and it's very sexual, but it's not really love yet. And this is because they're still very self-centered, they're still very narcissistic, and they're still very wrapped up in themselves, and they only do things to please themselves as opposed to doing things for other people. I do feel like they're keeping secrets from you at this point. It could be that they're dating other people, or they have casual flings with other people, and this is something you may not know about, or they think that you may not know about. I think they're still in denial about their truth, but they are at a crossroads, and they are being asked to choose which path they should take, especially with the Two of Swords here. And right now they're refusing to make this choice because they still want to play around, they still want to do things their way, they still want to just continue with their bad habits. It's not something that they want to change anytime soon. There is a need for healing and to find some equilibrium within them. Like, they need to balance out their energies. They can't be completely on the extreme end of things where they're just really just narcissistic and doing their own thing. Although I do feel like for some of them, they do have narcissistic tendencies, and it has become a mental illness of sorts, and this is something that they need professional help with. It's not something that you can help them with, unless you're a trained psychiatrist or a psychologist. But yeah, I feel like for most of them, they are just exhibiting a little bit of narcissistic, egoistic traits, but for some, they might have a real psychological condition, and they need to heal this, and they need to work on this. And I feel like they need to take that, that being said, they need to take that focus away from the self and away from the ego, and more focus should be placed on the soul. This person has a bit of devil energy, though I don't feel like the devil has popped up here. I feel like there is this underlying energy of the devil, and I feel like they are, as I said, someone who goes to the extremes when it comes to their temptations. So they're very easily tempted by things around them. But yeah. But I feel like this person has to speak up and be honest with you, but they prefer to stay behind the screen and keep conversations through text message, or Instagram DMs, or just messaging you on any social media platform instead of meeting you in person. A lot of the communication that is between the two of you, if there's any communication at all, is through social media platforms, I feel. And some of them could be spying on you through social media, through different accounts, and leaving likes or comments on your posts. And this is them not being able to be courageous enough to come forward and speak to you. It seems that if you want this person to be with you, and for this person to come forward towards you and make this offer of love, you would have to be really, really patient with them. This person's going to be moving at snail's pace, especially with the Knight of Pentacles there, because this person still has a lot to learn. But I feel like once they're on this path to self-healing, they will be determined and committed, and I feel like they'll be able to come towards you with a stable offer of love. as the Knight of Pentacles. But I feel like this will take some time. And I know this is not the best reading, but remember that everything happens for a reason. So, you know, just be okay with the here and now. There's probably lessons that both of you need to learn through this period of separation. So I also decided to pull some message cards from them to you. And they want you to know that self-limiting beliefs still plague them. And this gives me like an Eight of Swords vibe, where they're so trapped by their own thoughts and belief systems and habits. And I feel like they're trying to break free, but they're not quite succeeding. But you give them the strength and you give them the courage to. They're reminded of you through songs and through signs that the universe gives them. And this gives them strength, the determination also to try to break free. And it's a very bittersweet sort of reading. And yeah, it's yeah, I hope this resonates. That's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye!